Okay, the other day I stumbled across a cool video on Plasticity's official Instagram account, and there they showed something like this. The purpose of that video was to show the fancy functions of XNURBS, or fancy surfacing of XNURBS rather, and they created something like this. So a chamfered cube with a triangular shape. Rather than showing XNURBS, I would like to recreate this whole thing from scratch. So let's start. Okay, I go into edge mode right away and select this edge while pressing Ctrl Alt, so I can select all the edges, all the 4 edges, and I press BD for going right into the fillet. So make something like this. That looks okay. Press Alt Z for getting out of this X-ray mode because it's distracting. And I select these 2 faces, the face on the top and at the bottom. And I press Ctrl 2 for switching into an edge selection. And I press BC for going into the chamfer right away. So BC, and let's chamfer this guy. Okay. And there was a triangular shape at the front. So let's create that one. So from front view, I select this polygon. So let's drag out a shape, and by default it's a pentagon, so you have 5 edges. And if I press tab twice, I can change the number of the edges. Punch in 3, and there you have it. Now we have a triangle. Okay. Let's move this one to the front, in front of the cube. And let's position and scale this guy. I press S twice for scaling, and I press BD for filleting this guy, for getting this round shapes at the corners. Something like this. So I'm eyeballing. Since it's an abstract shape, we don't have to take care of some correct measures. We can just eyeball. I press S twice again. And I press O for offset while this triangular shape is selected in edge mode. I press O, and now I drag out the larger one, and I will use this one for creating an imprint. But before doing so, I would like to stretch this larger triangle along the x-axis, pressing SX. These corners exceed the actual cube, so that looks okay. I press OK, and now I press Shift I for running the imprint command, and I select the target body, which is this cube, while this triangular shape is already selected. Okay, now I can think about reshaping this larger one. I don't like the fact that it is near this edge. Escape. Let's look again from the front view. We can squeeze this one along the Z-axis, press SZ. Let's squeeze this guy. Let's scale this guy again along the X-axis, pressing SX. And while this guy is selected, I again run the imprint curve command with Shift I and select the cube. Okay, this one looks better. Okay, I will go with this one. Press OK. Let's delete these faces in face mode. So select all of them, pressing Shift in face mode. Shift X for deleting these faces. Okay, now let's create this triangular shape. Therefore, I select this smaller triangle, and I just pressed Shift J for running the patch hole command. That way I will create the sheet out of this curve. Here I have my second sheet, and in solid mode I can just select my sheet and drag it out. So I bring it to somewhere here. Now I would like to offset this edge. In edge mode, let's loop select this edge, pressing Alt, and now I press O for offset. Make it slightly smaller. Oh, it was something like this. So we had a very narrow border here. I press OK. And again, loop select this offset curve, or this offset edge rather. And again, press O for offset. This time let's make a bigger offset. So something like this. That's okay. Press OK. And in face mode, we can delete this one, pressing Shift X. Because now we will create an indentation here by selecting this sheet and bringing it further in towards the cube. So something like this, that will do the job. And now we will surface or resurface this gap. So in edge mode, I select the edge of this narrow inner edge, shift select the edge of the inner triangle and press L. And here at the inner edge, I want to leave it at G1, or we can even go with G2. And here at the outer edge, I will go with G0. And I will do the same for the other edges here. For this one, press L for loft, G0 for the outer edge, G2 for the inner one. And I will do the same for the third one. And now let's select all the sheets belonging to this triangular shape in solid mode. Just drag from right to left so you can select all the relevant sheets, all these guys, and press J for join. Now it's all one sheet, and the only thing we have to do now is patching these holes. In edge mode, I alt select this edge loop and press Shift J, and I press once to go to G1. I will leave these 3 edges at G1 for having a smooth transition, for having a tangency. And this one I will switch to G0. Just click on this dot, on this icon, until you have G0 and press OK. And I will do the same with the other edges. Shift J, tap once to go to G1. Click on this one to go to G0 and press OK. There is a slight difference between loft and patching. When you create a surface running the loft command, the surface isn't connected to the edges from which you have created the surface. But when you patch hole, the surface which is created by that command will be attached automatically to the original sheet. So here, let's see. Let's alt select this in edge mode. And if I press Shift J, tap once to go to G1 continuity, click here twice to go to G0. The face is about to be created. And if I press OK, boom. Here in the outliner, you can see that it still remains as one sheet. So you don't have to join the sheet with the faces you have created when you patch a hole. I hope that makes sense. Okay, right view, select this guy in solid mode and let's drag it toward the cube. And I think the original shape, it was, then the original shape, this triangular shape was sticking out. So there was this slight distance. So let's create surfaces using the loft command. Again, in edge mode, I select this edge, shift select the edge of the triangle and press L for loft. And I will go with G0 for the edge which is connected to the triangle. And I can go with G2 for the edge which is connected to the cube. And I press OK. And I will do the same for this lower edge. So I select this edge and this one. So the lower edge of the triangle as well as the lower edge of this cube. Run the loft command. G0 for the edge which is connected to the triangle and G2 for the edge of the cube. And I press OK. So let's select all these sheets and join them. All these guys. Press J. But if I look from the right view, I don't like this curvature. It looks weird. I will redo it. I select these two faces, Shift X, delete them. Let's look from the right view. I will make this triangle slightly smaller and I will move it out a bit so that here is a little bit room. Okay. I will redo the loft and I will go with G1 continuity. Press D for playing with the tension. So we can make something like this that looks okay. Okay. And here at the bottom as well, select both edges. Press L for loft. G0 for the edge of the triangle. And I will leave it at G1 for the edge of the cube. And here again, I can play with the tension to my liking. I press OK. Let's select all sheets, join them. The only thing we have to patch now is this big hole. And in the video, they have used X-NURBS for that, which is not necessary, I think. If you select this edge loop, pressing Alt, and run the patch command, pressing Shift J, you can use this one as well. But I don't want to leave this at G0. I want to go with G1. So I press once. Okay, now Plasticity is giving me an error. Cannot patch it, but I don't want to patch it with these continuities anyhow, because I want here at the edges which are being connected to the triangle that these edges are connected with G0 continuity. So I press twice to go to G0 for these icons. The patch works. I press OK. And if I now select this guy, this cube, and press Alt X for mirroring it, pressing X again, check union halves, and press OK, and boom, we have our solid. Let's see how this guy is looking now. I think that looks clean. We can now give this guy some fillets here. Let me go to this matte cap. In face mode, I loop select this face loop pressing Alt. And I do the same with the face loop at the bottom, pressing Alt Shift for keeping the selection at the top as well. And if I now press Ctrl 2, I switch the face selection into an edge selection. And now I can BD, give these edges slight fillets. And if I go to Chordal, I make sure that I get consistent fillets. And I can do the same here as well. For this one, face mode, I select this face, press Ctrl 2, give these edges slight fillets, but very tiny ones. And here you can see the difference between this conic shape and the chordal shape. If I switch back and forth, chordal gives me a more even fillet, but I want to lower the distance, so I will go with a very tiny fillet with 0.007. That looks okay. Let's hide the curves, the edges, and here we have our finished shape. It's not exactly the shape which I have seen on Plasticity's Insta account, but you get the idea. So I hope you had fun surfacing. Peace!